Today on 9 News Mornings, a man is dead after a shooting involving Aurora Police. What we're learning about the moments that led up to it.
Plus, swatting calls are continuing this weekend, this time targeting some of our hospitals.
Many DACA recipients face barriers when they are trying to get higher education. This morning, we'll hear from one student about her push for a new degree.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday morning and hanging out with myself and Darius and Greg. I overheard you in the Weather Center talking about today was in the 70s as a high.
Yeah. Darius is like, all right, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yeah, it's 70s, middle to lower 70s. I mean, plenty of sunshine. We get a little bit of a cold front, too, moving into the picture, which is providing us some cooler air. But my goodness, guys, we've been waiting for days like this for quite some time. Temperatures in the beginning of this week, or I should say in the beginning of last week rather, we were in the 90s. So this is definitely a sight for sore eyes as we're getting a taste of fall, if you will. HD Doppler radar showing clear skies right now. Temperatures out the door in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Either way, I mean, anytime you get outside today is a good time because, as I said, we're starting off in the 40s. We're going to make our way into the middle to lower 70s, though, with those skies remaining clear. And as you're getting down to Pueblo, 55 degrees, Sawash at 43. Alamosa at 37 degrees. 75 and sunny. Well, I think there's a song about that. Sunny and 75, right, guys? That's what the name of the game is for today. Seasonal winds coming out of the northeast anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. The skies are expected to remain clear overnight. We're dropping back down into the upper 40s and lower 50s as all eyes are on game day today. Hopefully the Broncos can pull a win. But regardless, we're in for a great day overall. A kickoff middle to lower 70s, halftime in the upper 60s. Those skies, they continue to clear out, and you might need a light sweatshirt or jacket for the second half of the game.
All right, thanks so much for that, Greg. Well, several agencies are involved in investigating after a man is dead after Aurora officers shot him during a confrontation outside of a gas station. Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas had said that it started with a stolen vehicle that was followed by Aurora officers to a Circle K. There were two suspects inside that stolen car, and Chief Thomas believes the suspects initially went inside the gas station, and when they came back out, were confronted by officers. One of the suspects stayed, the other, a man, took off running down Alameda. When he got to the fence, investigators say the suspect turned and then confronted officers with some kind of weapon, but haven't said exactly what that was. Two officers from Aurora PD fired, and the suspect died after being taken to University Hospital. Those officers are now on administrative leave. And while it was Aurora officers who shot the suspect, Denver Police, State Patrol, as well as CBI are all investigating.
Police in Aurora are also searching for a suspect or suspects who shot a man and injured a woman. It happened just about a half a mile away from the Stanley Marketplace on East 19th. It's still unclear where the man was shot, but the woman was injured by debris, according to police. Right now, police do not have a description of the suspect that fled on foot. They're asking anyone with any more information to contact Crime Stoppers, and we're also asking them for a little more information as well. Now in Thornton, police are still looking for a suspect who tried to kidnap a 10-year-old girl from school on Friday. They released new photos of the suspect just yesterday. Thankfully, the 10-year-old was able to fight back and get away from him. At the time, the suspect was wearing a black Adidas hoodie with a mask and black gloves. They also have new photos of the car he was driving. This is it right here on your screen. They believe it's a gray Saturn Aura, somewhere between the years of 2006 and 2009. It does have damage to the driver's side fender door, likely preventing it from opening. Anyone with information should call the number on your screen and take one final look at that vehicle.
Friends and family are remembering all of the different ways Weld County Sheriff Deputy Alexis Highnuts impacted their lives. Funny, intelligent, honest, and hardworking, those are just a few of the words that were used to describe her. The 24-year-old deputy was killed by an alleged hit-and-run driver last weekend on her way to work. Yesterday morning, we showed you the line of motorcycles and cars that were driving from the Weld County Jail where she worked to her funeral yesterday morning. She was a 2016 graduate of Loveland High School, where she was the captain of the state championship junior ROTC program. Deputy Highnuts joined the Weld County Sheriff's Department in 2018 after being a member of the Loveland Police Department. She was popular, well-respected member of both departments who would do anything to help anyone.
She was driven, she was motivated, she was a hard charger, and she was just a kid. We're all going to miss her. Thank you for your service, Alexis.
Thank you for your commitment and service to the people and to God. We have the watch room here, sister.
She was just about to turn 25 years old. The suspect in Deputy Heinutz's death is now charged with leaving the scene of an accident involving death and careless driving and is being held on a $500,000 cash bond.
Despite many living in the United States for the majority of their lives, DACA recipients still face barriers as they pursue advanced degrees. 9 News reporter Angelina McCall spoke with one student who wants to see more people reach for higher education.
DACA recipients are dreamers who often learn their own dreams may have limitations.
So I'm trying to just plan out this essay that we need to do.
Karen Uvina is a DACA recipient now studying for her master's in public health at CU Anschutz.
We have to work harder than most students to be able to acquire a degree, which means that usually we have to study more. We have to be really on top of our education.
Karen moved to Colorado when she was 5 months old from Mexico and spent years in her school's English as a second language program.
I was very timid in school. A lot of it was because I just didn't know the language very well, so I couldn't really communicate with my peers as well.
From her time in elementary school, she's overcome obstacles to fight for her education, receiving her bachelor's and wanting more in a master's.
I wish there was more people like me who could have the opportunity to go to grad school. I'm sure there are so many people like me who want to go to grad school but can't.
Not only are there fewer scholarships for graduate programs and undergrad, many are funded by private scholarships that require U.S. citizenship.
It's very discouraging. Going through a scholarship search, like so many other students, that is the first thing I look for, is citizen eligibility.
About 80% of the scholarships she finds have that one requirement.
It's been pretty hard. So the way I like to describe it is I have like my linear path, and then I hit one path and there's a big boulder.
It takes supporters to help navigate the few options available. Gregor Meter has been helping DACA students at MSU Denver.
I can probably count on one hand the number of DACA undocumented undergraduate students who've decided to continue their graduate studies here at MSU Denver because they really don't see a way to pay for it.
A decision that can be painful for students to make that Gregor says affects the entirety of the workforce.
Diversity of opinion and input is incredibly important. But if you have a workforce that really looks across the board mostly the same, you're probably not going to get perspectives and input.
Karen is on her way to achieve her goals, but knows there's so many more that dreamed they could do the same.
All I want to see is just a bigger community of DACA individuals who can pursue a master's degree, pursue a PhD. I think it'll be like a very big testament of our community saying that, look, this is who we are.
Karen says her biggest challenge is finding the time to study and do homework for her master's program, while also chasing down the very few scholarships that she's eligible for to be able to fund her degree.
Well, moms are changing the way environmental injustices are being handled as people they love are falling sick.